Good morning, Mom. I'm Maribel T. Magdua. Today I'm going to discuss about my topic, which is brooding and feeding. So first, let's proceed to the brooding. Brooding. Brooding is the art and science of rearing baby chicks. Brooding refers to the period immediately after hatch when special care and attention must be given to chicks to ensure their health and survival. Why brooding is important? Brooding is important for developing immunity. Optimal brooding is essential to optimize animal health and contributes to a good performance and survival in later life. Pre-brooding management. So, after taking out the previous adult bird, clean and disinfect the poultry house. So, nagkahuman sa mga sa imong poultry house, inikahuman sa angay nagday boiler kita adto. So, after mo makuha na imong panggalo na tong boiler na to, imong disinfect ang poultry house. So 2 to 3 weeks interval may be provided between two batches as downtime. Establish a proper temperature 32 to 35 degrees Celsius and 60% humidity 24 hours before chick placement. Preheat brooding house prior to chick placement. Bright light for 22 hours during 0 to 7 days helps chicks to easily find feed and water. So, there are two classifications of brooding. The natural brooding and the artificial brooding. Natural brooding. Natural brooding is done with the help of broody hens after hatching up to 3 to 4 weeks of age. The hatched chicks provide the stimulus to the hen to change her work for incubating eggs to brooding young. So, ang natural brooding is it is done with the help as sapisan para mapusa. And ang artificial brooding is in artificial brooding, large number of baby chicks are reared in the absence of broody hens. Those equipments which are used for brooding are called brooders. So kanang incubator mabilong mas gani siya sa artificial brooding. There are three types of brooders: the infrared bulbs, the gas brooders, and the battery brooders. So, infrared bulb, also known as IR bulbs, are large 250 reddish incandescent bulbs. One 250 watts IR bulb can provide brooding for about 150 to 250 chicks. Then, ang gas brooder, our natural gas, LPG or methane, is connected to heating element which is hung to 3 to 5 feet above the chick to provide heat. Battery brooders. Multi-tire cage brooding is practiced. Bulb or heaters with thermostats are used to provide warmth to chicks in battery brooders. So, there are 7 basics of better brooding: the litter management, temperature, air quality, ventilation, water quality and availability, feed availability and lighting. So first, we'll talk about the litter management. Litter management. So, litter management provide comfortable bedding conditions for the chicks but also to reduce the effect that litter moisture and ammonia have on the environmental control systems. So, temperature. Temperature must be not too hot and not too cold. Temperature have a big impact on the chick health, behavior, and growth. Air quality. Too high ammonia or carbon dioxide levels can impact chicks' health and growth and can be challenging to control in winter but are more difficult for a grower to measure accurately. Early morning is an excellent time to judge air quality conditions and make ventilation adjustments if needed. If unsure, adjust one house and compare the next day. Ventilation. Pressure, inlet door opening, fan run time. Water quality and availability. Having high quality water freely available can make a huge difference in getting chicks off to a good start. Feed availability. Availability runs hand in hand water availability and is of equal importance. The quicker chicks have access to and consume quality feed, the better start they will have. Feed availability. So, dapat dita mawadan naglawog. Dapat dita mawadan og lawog. Malawgan sa buntag mo to hapon or pwede na pagbuntag hapon. Then next is lighting. Chicks grow, gain, and perform better the quicker they gain access to feed and water. And light stimulation further encourages feed and water consumption. Lighting is ang suga. So, mabuhi ngay tagpiso atong sugaan ngay kasi maluya man ang piso way suga. Wala dapat na suga. And then maora to sa brooding. Then next we're going to tackle about poultry feeding. So what is poultry feed? Poultry feed is food for farm poultry, including chickens, ducks, geese, and other domestic birds. Before the 20th century, poultry were mostly kept on general farms and foraged for much of their feed, eating insects, grain spilled by cattle and horses, and plants around the farm. So, poultry feed is muna ang pagkaon sa mga manok, ducks, geese, and other domestic birds. Next is feed. Chicken need a balanced diet that meets their nutritional requirements. Small-scale farm usually feed single poultry diets. Proper nutrition gives your chicken the vigor to grow, develop, and reproduce, and strong immunity to fight off infections. Chickens are fed in a short period and that every chicken gets the right daily portion of feed and nutrition. Feeding is mo ang paglawog sa manok. Di pwedeng palabian, di pwedeng pakuan, dapat ka na saktura. And then, essential poultry feed nutrition. So, there are some essential poultry feed nutrition. Is water, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, and vitamins. There are types of feed. The broiler feed, layer feed, broiler breeder feed, layer breeder feed, flock raiser, game bird feed, fermented feed of cracked corn. Broiler feed. Broiler feed is mo mga tuwa or pagkaon para sa mga broiler. And then layer feed is mga kanang mo mga tuwa po sa layer. Diya kaning cracked corn is ang mais. Mamanay kasagaran ginamit po cracked corn. There are some forms of feed. Mash, pellet, and crumble. A mash is complete form of feed that is finely ground and mixed so that chicks can easily out ingredients. Mash. And then ang pellet is composed of mash feed that are pelleted. Muna is kasalan mga balya ka ng like GMP1. Then crumble. Pellets pass through rollers and become crumbs. Crumble slice between mash and pellet. Ang crumble is ang muni ang katong pellet angay sa GMP1 kanang muragi galing siya para muragi pino lang ba. And then there are some feeding methods. The whole grain feeding method, scratch grain or mash method, grain mash method, all mash method, wet mash method, and pellet feeding. The whole grain feeding method, also known as cafeteria or free choice system of feeding. The implication in this system is that the bird voluntarily balances its ration by eating different ingredients. Whole grain. And then the scratch grain or mash method, it is improvement over whole grain method and a step ahead of mash feeding. Along with grains, kitchen waste and farm waste like meat, scraps, fish, scales can be added. Then pwede po to sagulan ni mo ka na fish scales again, pwede murag itapuon lang ba mga kitchen waste sa scratch grain or mash method. And then grain mash method, chickens are fed with mixture of grain and mash. So ang mixture sa grain of mash, all these waste material are made into mash to which crushed grains are added. The all mash method, all mash method, most commonly employed method. It is major step in scientific production of chicken and other species of poultry. The wet mash method, dry mash with water, mostly used in ducks and chicken during summer. Thermal water is added to 1 kg feed mix rolling and feed to chickens. Is mo ni ang parehas kung manglaw may manok. Abas kumuwan. Abas unsya para mutubo para daghan. Ang pellet sa gulag. Ang GMP1 sa gulang siya tubig ito patungkol. Then pellet feeding is ang mo ang kanang Like sa GMP1, di na mo humuwan ka ng direct na. Dali ra. And that's all. Thank you.